Hey everyone, it's Jenny, and today I'm actually going to be doing the book lovers tag. I'd actually seen Pages and Polish actually did this tag, and I enjoyed watching her video on it, and I think a few others have done it, so I decided, hey, why not? I'm going to do this tag, and I'll link the questions down below. So let's get started. If you like reading books, then I have a feeling you might like to hear what I have to say about how I read my books and whatnot. Okay, so the first question is, do you have a specific place for reading? Technically, no. I can read anywhere. I prefer to be comfortable in my bed in a nice comfy chair, and if FYI, I do like to read in the bathroom, so there's that. Bookmark or random piece of paper. I did have a bookmark. I tend to lose bookmarks, which I don't know why you think that would be something you would keep track of, but myself I don't. I actually like to use this little card from Influencer that I got forever ago. That's been my bookmark. I will dog ear a page if I have to. I prefer not to do that, but if I have no other option, I will dog ear a page. Can you stop anywhere, or must it be at the end of a chapter? I can really stop anywhere, but I prefer it to be at the end of a chapter, because I feel like, okay, I've read that chapter, now I'm on to the next chapter. But if I have to put the book down, then yeah, I can stop anywhere. Do you eat or drink while reading? Yeah, I usually drink water, soda, coffee. I can drink while reading, and usually if I'm eating, it's going to be something like chips or a candy bar. I'm not going to be eating a full meal while reading a book. Music or TV while reading? I can read with the TV on. Music, I can't really focus when I'm reading because I'll start singing the lyrics to the song. So, background noise is okay. It can't be real loud. TV's alright, but not music. One book at a time or several? I like to do one book at a time. I feel like once I start reading multiple books, I won't want to finish one of the books. I want to be more invested in the other books. So I kind of want to give a book, my full attention to that one book. Do you prefer to read at home or elsewhere? I can read anywhere. I do like to read, of course, at home in my bed. I can read like if you're on a long car ride, but sometimes I have to watch because that will give me a headache or migraine, which I hate. Doctor's office, I know Pages and Polish had mentioned that, and that is a really great place to read because sometimes you're waiting a long time and you can really get through a book at a doctor's office. Read out loud or silently? I like to read silently. Now, if you're ever reading anything and sometimes you will reread the same thing over and over, and then you read it out loud because you're either so shocked or just like, is that what that just said? And then I read it out loud. Let's see. Do you read ahead or skip pages? I try not to. When I was younger, I would used to flip to the very end page and read the last sentence. I don't do that now, but I try to not read ahead or skip. Break the spine or keep it like new? Either way, but preferably break the spine, because then it's a good love book. Do you write in books? No, I don't really write in books, but what I have done before is if there's a word I'm not familiar with, I'll write it down on a notepad or a piece of paper and look it up in the dictionary if I don't know what it means. But I usually don't write in my books. What books are you reading now? And I am reading The Game of Thrones, George R.R. Martin's A Dance with Dragons, in the Fire and Ice series. Which it seems like it's taken me a while to really read these books, because these books have a lot more than what's in the TV shows. And sometimes, especially when I'm reading a book and I only want to keep my full attention on a book, especially fantasy novels, sometimes it takes me a lot longer to read than, say, like a good scary novel or a good dramatic novel. Like V.C. Andrews if you ever read those books, then you know you can just plow right through them. But these, I think, take a little bit more out of me than those other types of books. So that's the book I'm reading now. And let's see, favorite childhood book. Let's see, probably Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein. If you haven't read that, I do suggest you do read it. It's a really good one. Also, I'm trying to think other childhood books. Alice in Wonderland's a good one. But even when I was younger, I read a lot of books that were meant for adults and older people. All-time favorite book, I probably have two. One of those is Valley of the Dolls, and the other one is Pet Sematary by Stephen King. Those are probably my two favorite books. I could probably list more. Those are just the two that I know off the top of my head. Valley of the Dolls and Pet Sematary are like right up there at the top of my list. So I hope you enjoyed this tag. If you're interested in doing it, I will leave the questions below. It was very fun, so if you love books, it's a fun tag to do. And with that, have a fabulous day. Bye.